Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Aww, the expert.
Hello, you beautiful tubers, you. How's everybody doing today? It is, what is today? Today's Monday. Holy cow, you miss a day and it's all gone. Dragon Man, what's up? Melissa Jane, our marathoner. Not really a marathoner, a kilometer. What do you call that when you run, but you don't run a full marathon? I call it something I don't do. So, congratulations, Melissa Jane. Jilly Bean, how are you doing? That is a cool name. And that is a cool dog. What is that dog wearing? That is so cool. I love Avatar. Sorry, everybody. Miami Spice is here. Rally, what's up, bud? Excuse me. Gosh, I got a little bit of a frog in my throat. White Rabbit. I asked her if she's going to make it, and she's like, I don't know. The Bee, how are you doing? Love y'all. I had so much fun the live the other night. I needed a good laugh. Well, let me tell you what. I am glad. No matter what happens, there's always a good laugh, even when it's serious stuff. Checking convictions. I was thinking about you when I saw this case today. Texas Jen is here. She's dancing. She's on fire. It is what it is. Todd Patty, how are you doing? Dude, that's another cool avatar. Last words that I say went right before I do that. Hey, honey, watch this. Anyway, let's see here. Who else is here going through? Melanie, how are you doing? Michael Malloy Show, what's up, bud? Top of tea. Let's see here. I think I caught up with everybody. Oh my gosh, I did. Anyway, guys, how are y'all doing? This is Monday, believe it or not. It's did you guys survive your weekend? I barely did. So Saturday had the University of Tennessee game. Here is a university that they like. Fallstar, what's up, buddy? They sit here. The University of Tennessee is like, oh, we have all this science and all this technology and all this, whatever stuff, and they can't get a damn cell phone to work. I mean, I am sorry. This has been going on for way too long. Can we not get the cell service to work at Neyland Stadium? I mean, come on, people. Surely somebody can figure out how to do that. It's absolutely asinine. It's crazy. It's just it's archaic. I mean, my gosh. Why can't it work? Anyway, Alexander Graham Bell would have that stuff figured out. So, did that Saturday. The reason why I was complaining about that is because I did a live stream with Fallstorm, and we were walking to the game, and cell service kicked out. It's like, oh, why? Why are you doing this? Then yesterday, just a bunch of stuff happened that kept me off of the tubes, which is probably good for everybody else. Hey, Diane Thomas, how are you doing? So it is, but it is, let's see, hey, wait, did I miss somebody? Yes, Fallstorm, it absolutely sucks. I tried the Queen's funerals today. I watched some of that this morning. I watched Melissa talk some about that with Robin and Crystal. So it was Fallstorm's got everybody's names now. All right, so big day. Couple of things happened. So I was thinking about yesterday doing the stream on some Liza Fletcher updated news. So where we were like, here's a woman who did not have to die. The guy, her abductor, the guy who is in jail in Shelby County Jail right now, awaiting trial. Had a rape kit, was found to be he didn't have a rape kit done but he was found to be the DNA match for a rape kit from 49 weeks earlier. That is a big, big letdown, and we can't have that happening. So, those of y'all that follow the case with me, you know that really ticked me off. And I'm really very, very proactive about getting that changed. And as this week, hopefully, I'll be able to dedicate a lot more time to that. And I'm just going to start contacting state representatives, people I know in the legislature, and then also use the platforms. I say platforms, Twitter, YouTube's, locals. Let's see here. I'm on Getter. I'm on Truth. I'm on podcast, like 10 different podcast channels. Anyway, I'm going to use all of these to continue to raise awareness about it until the legislature convenes in January and addresses why this happened. It's Eliza Fletcher is not the last one. She's not the only one that life could have been saved. Now think about that. So, hey, No Name Tennessee. Yes, thank you. Please hit that like button. Let everybody know. Oh, Ash is here. I see somebody says that Ash is here. I don't see her avatar. But anyway, Ash, if you are here, hello. How are you? Today I took a test for the pestilence that my wife brought to me as a gift from Washington, D.C., and the test came back as a negative. So even though I feel like crud, I do not have the crud. So that said, let's try to get through this. There's Ash. How you doing? I almost said buddy. Jeez, I'm out of it. Oh, I've lost it. It's over. Good night, everybody. All right. So what I want to do is talk about the big news, the news of the day. I wish I'd had more time. I'd have put this up in the algorithm stuff, the tags and everything. Don't have those up. So, let's see here. Where is this, though? Share screen. So, what happened is, let me give you guys a little background on the personal part about this for us. So, let's see. A few years ago, when was it? The serial. This is the Adnan Syed case, all right? So those of you that know about this, you already know all the details. You know about it much better than I do, right? Now, this came to my attention not because of the source material, but because when it happened, it was like, oh man, like podcasting was new to me. The idea of social media stuff was new to me. Like, I'm not a Facebook guy. If somebody is, Margot, how you doing? If somebody is a Facebook person and wants to tell me how to do it, I totally take, hey, Purple, what are you doing? Rabbit and I were watching you the other day, and she looked at me, she goes, what's Purple talking about? I said, it doesn't matter. You just listen to her voice. I've told you that since day one, haven't I, Purple? Absolutely love you to death. But anyway, guys, we have a great family over here. I love you guys so much. I love this chat. We have a great time, and we are just kicking butt all the time. Other people can't figure out how we have such a good time, and that's all. Dude, having fun is what it's about. That's why we're alive. We celebrate the lives of others when they transition to the other side, but while we are here, we celebrate and have a party and take your pants off because it's more comfortable. And remember, birds aren't real. They're a government conspiracy. But back to Nod. So what happened was, it was Serial was the name of the podcast, right? And since then, there's been a HBO documentary on it. There's a bunch of stuff. It's about, there's a lot of information that was not... It just didn't click, right? And so the question becomes, is there an innocent person in jail? Now, and I should put this up. I'll probably put this on the community page later. And I have to think about how to word this question properly before I put a poll up, all right? But the poll is on innocence versus guilt. The legal, how do I want to say? I can't even think about how I want to say it. the scales of justice, the legal system, the courts, liberty, due process. It all breaks down to due process. Is it better for how's the saying go? One innocent man in jail. I'd rather have 100 convicted people freed than have one innocent man put in jail. And again, I have to look at the exact language, but you understand. Everybody's heard it's a American proverb, right? So the question is what happens now? It's like innocent people in jail is probably the worst thing there is. That is a failure for liberty. That's a failure of our system, and we can't stand for it. That's why the presumption of innocence is so important. That's also why it is so difficult. We have the police come after you. We have the prosecution comes after you. You have judges that are 90% of the time, they're like, oh, they just see the same thing. It's a revolving door of people that come in there. And all these people, the system really works against you. Yes, the revolving door is correct. There's a lot of people that are revolving door people. You see them and you're like, this guy, well, I know what his story is going to be. He's going to tell the same story I've heard 100 times. Okay, that's fine. I get all that. But we have to uphold the rule of law and due process and make sure that we don't let the system fail. Because if the system fails one person, it'll fail everybody. If the system fails your neighbor, the system will fail you. And I'm the first one to tell you, if you go to your local jail, you're going to have 1,000 people in there, and they're all going to tell you they're innocent. All right? Jails are full of innocent people. Just ask them. It doesn't mean they're innocent. But at the same time, every once in a while, you see this, and that's what drives the psyche. That's what makes us talk about it. That this story right here, we're already at that season, okay? This is going to be, Thanksgiving is just 2 months away. This is going to be dinner table conversation. Did you guys follow this? Did you remember that podcast? Do you remember this guy? So anyway, we're going to cover this today to kind of get familiar with it and be able to have an intelligent conversation, hopefully down the road here. Do I see glitz and glam? Oh my gosh. Where are they? Because I have to say hello to relevant glitz and glam chicks. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. Oh my gosh. Best channel on the tubes, probably. I aspire to one day be as good as them. Hey, Robin, how are you doing? Robin is an incredibly talented vocalist, in case anybody was wondering. I just went off the rails right there, didn't I? Let's see here. So checking convictions, yes. It really set the world to open the eyes of wrongful convictions. And that's what checking convictions, she is. Hey, Aaron Meredith, how are you doing? Her channel is dedicated to that. The wrongly accused and bringing awareness and trying to get. Here's the thing. Wrongly accused, right? What if they're not wrongly accused? What if the system fails the person and they stay in jail? Sometimes you just have to have the conversation. And just having a conversation and bringing awareness and make sure that people know their rights and know that sometimes the system fails. If nothing else, you might not be able to fix it for everybody, but you bring that conversation out, you're going to bring your conversation to a new level. You're going to be a more intelligent person. You're going to be the person that people come to listen to on a subject. And that's who checking convictions is. Like she's the expert on wrongfully accused cases. So go check her out. And besides that, she's an absolute hoot and is one of my dearest friends on the tubes. I just think she's the best. All right, let's get into this case. Adnan Syed walks out of the courthouse after judge overturns his 1999 murder conviction. How many years ago is that? 23 years? I mean, most murder convictions, if you're convicted of murder, you don't stay in jail that long, right? Oh. I had to drink the Dr. Pepper. Even though the test says I'm over the the pestilence. I got to quench the thirst. So this was 23 years ago. Is that right? Is my math right? So how does that? Think about that. The guy who is in jail right now for the abduction and murder of Eliza Fletcher spent less time in jail. And he was in jail for the kidnapping and attempted murder of somebody. He also raped a dude, a 15-year-old, or a 14-year-old when he was 15. I mean, it's just, I don't want to get into it because we can't go down that rabbit hole of the system not working. It'll drive us crazy. But that's a big time. From 1999, I mean, until 2000, what year we are, 22. Adnan Syed, the man whose illegal saga spawned the hit podcast Serial, walked away from Baltimore courthouse free of shackles after 23 years, presumed innocent in the 1999 killing of Hae Min Lee. I know I have that totally wrong. Syed descended the stairs to the Elijah E. Cummings Courthouse to cheers. Baltimore Circuit Judge Melissa Finn on Monday overturned Syed's murder conviction in the homicide after prosecutors and Syed's attorneys raised doubts about his guilty finding because of the revelation of alternative suspects in the homicide and unreliable evidence used against him at trial. Here's the key thing to that whole paragraph. Syed's murder conviction in the homicide after prosecutors raised doubts. So again, man, is the district attorneys. Elections have consequences. You guys need to pay attention to your local elections. This is your district attorney. This is the chief law enforcement officer in your area. And I guarantee you Syed would not be out if they had stuck to, no, he's guilty. The system worked, he's guilty. But because they're like, well, there's some evidence there that may not be right. Because they didn't let ego get in their way, the guy's walking free. So just remember that. It's a sad truth of how the system works. Finn ordered officers to unshackle Syed in court and mandated he wear GPS monitor while the Baltimore State Attorney's Office chooses whether to drop his charges or to try him again for murder in his ex-girlfriend's death. Prosecutors have 30 days to make the decision. So he's kind of free. Kinda. The judge said her ruling was in the interest of justice and fairness. Syed is 41, has always maintained his innocence. Ha Min Lee, 18, was strangled to death and buried in a clandestine grave in Lincoln Park. Authorities at the time said they suspected that Syed, her ex-boyfriend, struggled with her in a car before killing her. The state's theory? The popular honors student at Woodlands High School can't handle it when Lee broke up with him. He was 17 at the time of the arrest, and he was behind bars for 23 years. Syed was stoic when Finn wrote his family member gasped, wept, and embraced. Let's see here. I like going through the pictures. So this is the courthouse coming out. Yeah, it's going to be commercial. Oh, there you go. So just all this is in front of the courthouse. I mean, why are they showing those people? This guy lost his flip-flops. Look at this. He's got mismatched colors. That guy, poor guy. If somebody has seen a yellow or a blue slide sandal, this dude here in Baltimore, he's missing them. So if y'all see any of those anywhere, if you're listening, you're up there, you see some, look for dude here on the sitting on the curb. He needs his sandals back. All right, so all this. I mean, look at this. Look, they took pictures of the people taking pictures. Oh my gosh, media will make a spectacle out of anything, won't they? She looks mad. Still looks mad, right? She's just going to work. She looks mad. Okay. In the state's motion to overturn his conviction. Hang on, let me check the chat here. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see here. Margot. Happy day for them, yes. Jeez, please hit that button. Some crap sometimes. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Glitz and Glam. Hey, Wendy, how are you doing? True Crime with Sunshine, how are you? Let's see here. Who else have I missed anybody here? Sorry, guys, if I have. It's, alright, I think I'm back at Jujubee. Where's Jujubee? I didn't see her. Oh, Jujubee, how you doing? Yes, it's in the news. This is crazy. Yeah, it's really, really wild how the, and that Serial podcast is pretty good. Let's see here. She's the prosecutor. That's why she looks mad. LOL. That's what I thought. I didn't want to say anything conviction. I was like, I got a feeling. But anyway, all right, let's go back here. Sorry, y'all. Let's see here. In the state's motion to overturn his conviction, prosecutors wrote not that they believed Syed was innocent, but that they no longer had faith in the integrity of his conviction. I mean, we can't even say. It's not that we don't think he's guilty. We just don't think that conviction had very much integrity attached. So it is in the interest of justice and fairness that these convictions be vacated and that the defendant, at a minimum, be afforded a new trial, wrote Becky Feldman, chief of the state attorney's office sentencing review unit. Syed's first trial in 1999 ended with a mistrial. In 2000, a jury found him guilty of murder. The judge handed down life plus 30 years in prison at sentencing. Despite fighting to uphold the conviction in past years, prosecutors now say Syed may not be Lee's killer. Remember, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. All right? I mean, you don't have to go to law school to know it's beyond a reasonable doubt. That's for the prosecutors up there in Baltimore. Hopefully they heard me. The state has known since 1999 of two alternative suspects who may have killed Lee. Why is that not the name of a movie? The Alternative Suspects. We got the usual suspects. Now we can have the alternative suspects. We could round up the usual suspects, but we got the alternative suspects now. It's like the B team. One of the suspects had threatened her, saying he would make her disappear. He would kill her, prosecutors wrote. Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if somebody says that, you should take that serious. All right? Normal people don't say that stuff. If you have somebody saying that, you know, that might be the first person I would look at in a murder trial. Just saying. Just saying. The state did not disclose the alternative suspect Syed's defense before trial. The state failed at discovery. The state... Have y'all seen the movie My Cousin Vinny? You need to watch My Cousin Vinny. That is probably the most accurate way of a criminal defense trial. Rules of procedure you're going to see. Yes, My Cousin Vinny is an accurate portrayal of the rules of procedure. I watched the movie before I took evidence, like my evidence exam. I promise I did. Prosecutors described one of the suspects as a serial rapist. Okay. So the suspect was convicted in a series of sexual assaults after Syed's trial. Police discovered Lee's car near the residence of one of the suspects. The state's motion said. I mean, these are the state's motions. And they're saying, like, right now, they're still not saying that he's in. They're just like, oh, we're having to rethink this. Syed was convicted in part because of cell phone location data. By the way, holy cow, what I've heard about Twitter, the type of data that their app collects on you, if you have that app, you've got more, it's more nosy than having an Alexa, a Google, and a Siri all sitting next to each other. It's more nosy than your grandmother's sewing circle. It's unbelievable. Anyway, sexual assault. Syed, police discovered Lee's car was near the state motion. Syed was convicted in part because of cell phone location data that has since been found to be unreliable, according to the prosecutors. I'm sorry, but also highlighted the inconsistent statements of his co-defendant, Jay Wilds, who testified against him. Have you noticed that you can't trust these dudes? They're like, hey, if you testify against your buddy, we'll work a deal so you don't spend as much time. It's always, whenever that happens, it's like, oh, well, it's questionable prosecution. Given the stunning lack of reliable evidence implicated Mr. Syed, coupled with increasing evidence pointing to other suspects, this unjust conviction cannot stand, said Erica Suter, Syed's lawyer and director of the Innocence Project Clinic at the University of Baltimore School of Law. Hang on a second here. I'm going to jump back over here to check my comments. Hey, Sully's here! Crafting Emily, how are you doing? Let's see. I said hi to you, Margot, didn't I? I hope I did. Let's see if I'm missing somebody. Oh, I see Volstorm. That's usually where I stop. I'm like, oh, I made it back to Volstorm. I'm done. Let's see. Michael Malloy plays a lawyer. All right, let's see here. Oh, wait. Excuse me. Don't know where my sneeze button is. I swear, I just want a big, the Staples Easy button. I just hit it and it turns off my mic real quick. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Syed's conviction became a matter of international intrigue after Serial, a podcast released in 2014, that pioneered the true crime genre. Hey, look where we are today. Raised new questions about Lee's death. Since then, his legal journey has been the subject of books, other podcasts, and television documentaries, which spawned new legal filings in his case. The courts turned down all of his appeals, the last in 2019, when the Supreme Court declined to hear his case. Yeah, I have no idea why the Supreme Court would hear a case. Remember, you have to have standing to get before a court it has to be a constitutional question. Or it has to be, states have to sue each other, stuff like that. I don't know what the constitutional question would be here when you're convicted of a jury of your peers. Things were quiet until this spring. Behind the scenes, Suter had been working with prosecutors in hopes of reducing Syed's prison term in light of a new state law enabling those convicted of crimes before they turned 18 to ask the court to modify their punishment. Yeah, that's happened to, what's his name? Pookie, the guy that abducted and killed Liza Fletcher. He had committed a crime before he was 18 and only served 20 years of his 24-year sentence. Anyway, while examining the case, prosecutors agreed to request new DNA testing for items collected as evidence of Lee's killing. Finn ordered the test in March, but the results have so far been inconclusive. Court documents show tests for a few of the items are pending. Well, if it were Tennessee, it'd take 49 weeks. Lee's family has maintained their belief Syed is guilty and have struggled with the publicity and support Syed receives. It remains hard to see so many run to defend someone who committed a horrible crime, who destroyed our family, who refuses to accept responsibility, when so few are willing to speak up for Hay. The family said in a 2016 statement issued through the Maryland Attorney General's office. The same Attorney General's office now that's saying, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't have them in there. Um, Unlike those who learn, hang on a second here, guys. Oh, okay. Only those who learn about this case on the internet. The family said then, we sat and watched every day of both trials. So many witnesses, so much evidence. The Lee family had not spoken publicly about the case since then until Monday. This story will be updated. So my question is, because, I am the eternal pessimist, is to check out what happens to Syed after this. Let's say Syed gets totally, I don't know, what's the word? They throw out the case. They say he's 100% innocent. They're not going to do another case, all this other stuff. So then the question is, what happens if in 5 years, he's like has like a same pattern? And I know I'm a Debbie Downer. I'm saying this stuff. It sucks, but it just, after the Eliza Fletcher case, it makes me ask stuff like that. So anyway. Cool Frog with a super chat. Hello, Cool Frog. How you doing, buddy? Guys, y'all that do not know, Cool Frog is on a temporary required vacation. But he will be back stronger than ever very soon. And we definitely want to keep Cool Frog in our thoughts and prayers as he gets revamped over there. So he is not abandoning everybody. The system is abandoning him. But we're going to, I need to talk to Cool Frog. Cool Frog, I need to talk to you at some point this week. If my life doesn't fall apart, which it may very quickly. It's not looking good right now. But that's not me. We don't care about me. Trust me, I am doing fine. I'm doing well. Cool Frog, though, guys, be sure and don't forget about him. And go and check out his channel and everything. He is, when we find out more, I will share the news as soon as I get it on the community tab and stuff. And we'll be talking to Cool Frog real soon. So let's see here. Oh, wait a second. I keep seeing everybody saying Cake or Death is in here. Cake or Death has been handling the Queen's transitioning. Her and let's see here. I keep looking at this. Yeah, Cool Frog, I will. I do not know. I'll send you a message first, simply because I just see if you're around. Let's see here. What else is? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. That is funny. So yeah, anyway, this is the deal. This is what's happened. Let's see if there's any more Syed stuff. Let's see what this one is. Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's read a little bit of this. I don't know. This is a long article. We won't read the whole thing, but I want to give you guys, because this is one of the things, I kind of forgot about this, right? And this is one of those things that make you go, oh, okay, like maybe we could do this. Maybe this will happen. We'll see what happens, right? And what it is that it was, so many people were addicted to this. This is really the first podcast that caught my attention. Podcast is like one of those things, like I just don't care, right? Like, why am I going to listen to a podcast? And I probably didn't hear about this until 2 years after it came out. So anyway, producer Sarah Koenig in Baltimore set Serial a global podcast hit. And podcasting still amazes me. Like I don't, none of these social media platforms are as easy as YouTube. And if YouTube had a podcast, it'd be the best thing in the world. Podcast would take over. Because think about it, you can, while you're at the gym, you're driving to work, you're going to the store, you're waiting on the kids. You don't have to have your phone sitting there looking at a screen. You can do, and you have that talk radio. You have it without commercials. You have your person that talks about things that you like. It's a cool thing. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, still trying to get over the stuff. Let's see here. So Sarah Koenig, a former Sun reporter, is host and executive producer of Serial, a podcast from the producers of public radio's This American Life. The weekly nonfiction account of a Baltimore murder involving students at Woodland High School is the media hit of the fall. At the center of the Serial are Ho Min Lee, who went missing in 1999. Her body was found a few weeks later in Lincoln Park, and her former boyfriend, Adnan Syed, who was convicted of murder, sentenced to life plus 30 years in prison. So this is her series. It had been downloaded and streamed more than 5 million times, according to Apple. You know what's funny? That's a lot, it sounds like, for a podcast, but that's not that much for YouTube. See, so where are they? This did 12 episodes and 9. Yeah, even as you express doubts, I don't know, I feel like it makes it more authoritative. I trust this voice. What about the decision to go against the tidal wave of on-demand media and make people wait week to week, as they did in 19th century England for Dickens? Was this a big debate? So this is like about the Serial, like the story, right? Like, how do you do a podcast? It wasn't a big debate. Julie, the producer, Ira, the editorial advisor, and Dana, another producer, may have more to say about it, but to me, it wasn't a big question. Honestly, it never occurred to me that people would be impatient instead of dropping it all at once. Let's see, part of the challenge for Julie and me was thinking about what kind of show we wanted to do, and not just a documentary over time, but almost a documentary in real time. We're not quite doing that with this story, but we would still like to do a story where it is in real time. Yeah, we did that with Eliza Fletcher right here. And let me tell you what, it's exhausting. A real-time story is exhausting. We did it with the Memphis drive-byer, however you want to say it, pew-pew artist, and it's exhausting. So yeah, it's better to do a documentary than it is to do a real-time deal. Let's see here. I've spent a year reporting the story, and I'm still doing it. I'm still actually reporting parts of it. So I'd like to find out this chick here. What's her name again? Sarah Koenig. I'd like to know what her take is on all this stuff. Let's see here. Part of the challenge for me is that we were thinking what kind of show we wanted to do as a documentary over time. I read that. I spent a year reporting his story, and I'm still doing it. I'm still actually reporting parts of it, but obviously the bulk of it is done now. But we were thinking, could we do one where I'm doing the interviews that week and coming to you with what I've learned that week? That's awesome. So what was an initial, so that was an initial thing, but we pretty quickly realized we don't do that with this thing. What we didn't also want to just have a can thing. We wanted to feel vital as it was going. Vital in the way, not of being important, but alive. Vital in that way. That's a really hard sentence to read. Vital, alive, vital. So vital 4 times and alive looks like vital. That's like 5 times. Anyway, well, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it was. So, all right, Adnan Syed has been freed. Daisy C, how are you doing? Emery, how are you doing? What do you guys think now that Adnan Syed is out? What's the talk over here in the chat? Oh, Daisy C, I used to know all the answers, but now I can't remember them. I like that. There's Cake or Death. Cake or Death has been doing an amazing job keeping people abreast with knowledge of the Queen. Let's see here. Juju B. The podcast also came out in 2014, so I don't know how that changes the impressiveness of the numbers. Oh, thank you. That's a really good point. And I don't know either. I don't know how podcast, because we've seen like YouTube and stuff take off, right? I don't know if podcast is still, I mean, I guess it's more popular now than ever. I know that like that's a big search term on YouTube, is to put that it's a live thing. It's a live chat. It's a podcast. Rabbit is always there to remind you guys that I have a speech impediment and words are hard. Wait, hold on. What's happening here? We're talking about Cheers and trivia. Yeah, trivia's tomorrow night. I'll be better on the laptop. Yes, tomorrow night is trivia, guys. Don't forget that. It is. We're gonna move it up to 10 o'clock. It's always been 10:30. We're gonna move it up to 10 o'clock tomorrow. It is it's a fun time. You have 30 questions. The questions are in the chat. You answer 1, 2, 3, or 4 for your answers, and then it's just the computer, the software program calculates the answers for the he or she who answers first and correctly is how that goes. So everybody might get all 30 right, but it'll calculate who answers first. So that way there is no tie. Let's see here. New Zealand Mysteries, how are you doing? I gotta get over to New Zealand Mysteries too. I was a Cheers fan, but I don't remember trivia about it. Cheers is streaming somewhere all the time. Yes, Jen, squirrels are everywhere. Let's see here. Jujubee, I think there is not enough evidence to convict him, and if the jury and defense had none, many of these things, he would not have been convicted. His first trial was a hung jury. Yeah, I kind of have a hard time when you get a hung jury and then they do a retrial. I kind of personally, I mean, my opinion will change about it, but I kind of feel like it should be a one and done type thing. Let's see, you're checking convictions. He spent 20 years for a crime he did not commit. Let's see here. Yes, they're the ones that were telling me that you came in. Yeah, Robin and Crystal and Ash. I forgot Ash was on there. Melissa were all doing the state funeral for Queen Elizabeth. And matter of fact, I believe that's on Crystal's channels, Crystal Clear. So you guys, if you missed it, go over there and check that out. It's beautiful. When I saw it, I, of course, gave him the hard time and said, hey, who's getting married? I love weddings. But no, it's a somber event, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing to see. Let's see here. I might have to plug up the laptop for tomorrow now. Yes, definitely. The laptops are always good. Let's see who else. Let's see. Okay, thank you so much for the patience. My memory lapse here. I definitely look into it. Memory lapse. My whole life is a memory lapse. Ballstorm, wedding, funeral, same thing. Uh-oh. Squirrels are better than Volstorm. Oh gosh, are we getting back into that? You are banned, Volstorm. Squirrels are awesome. They're always running through the chat. That is true. Those of you that are texting Jen, you better be careful, bud. Um. Anyway, the chat is the squirrels because I see a squirrel. It's like seeing something shiny. It takes my attention away, and I get squirrels equal love language. So true, so true. Is that not the coolest avatar, y'all? Is that awesome? Crafting Emily's dog is so cool. And actually, you know what's funny is that her dog right there looks like Steve Martin to me. I just see Steve Martin every time I see that avatar. Oh my gosh. We should see if we could get Steve Martin to come on here. If you guys have not seen, if you have the streaming service Hulu, Steve Martin and Martin Short have a show on there called Only Murders in the Building, and it is a hoot. They're 30-minute episodes. They are great, relaxed, fun, and it's based on obviously a murder in the building, but they create a podcast about it. So, which is kind of like what we're talking about here. It just goes full circle. It is full circle. Let's see here. What else is going on? Does anybody know anything? How's everybody feel about this case? We got Adnan Syed is out. I'm sure this will be there'll be more about this. I'm sure that people will start talking about it. Let's see here. So, I told you guys Saturday went to the game. Oh, and by the way, guys, so like my week, I'm kind of messed up to begin with because the University of Tennessee plays the University of Florida in football this Saturday. And I'm already looking at the numbers, which do not ever do that for University of Tennessee football. If you ever have a chance to bet and you think it's a safe bet to bet on a Tennessee game, go ahead and throw your wallet away. Give it to a homeless person or something, because whatever it is idea you're thinking about, you are making a mistake. Do not bet on the University of Tennessee. They will disappoint you in every single bet forever. Now, Volstorm has it right. Gators equal bad. Oh, is check-in leaving? Checking. Have a good day. Thank you for coming in here. So anyway, kind of out of it already. Thinking about this weekend is coming up. The Rabbit within not too long from now has a very special day coming. And of course, every day with me should be special for her. I don't think she realizes that. And I don't really blame her, but it should be. It should be a special day. I'm trying to think, guys, what else is going on. I really am. I'm tired. I'm out of it. Just not thinking clearly today. The side news is obviously something it's been a big deal for a long time. Let's see here. I don't know. I need to go to Walmart at some point. That's my big day. That is it. So, anyway. Oh, wait, hold on. The Parkland shooter case trial. They want to get rid of the judge. I did not know about this. That's crazy. Yeah, the Parkland thing is crazy all in itself. The guy admitted to doing it, and now they're giving him like 4 months of trial for sentencing. So, yeah. Oh, Miami Spice. Yeah, it's right in her backyard. Yeah, I need to find out about that. Yeah, White Rabbit hasn't seen that. I am not gonna. Whoops, hang on. I am not gonna get a cobweb eraser at Walmart. I was actually gonna get a loaf of bread and some Dr. Peppers. But yes, you can get the cobweb eraser there. Mountain Girl streamed 4 times yesterday, which that reminds me of. Yesterday was a big day for streaming, man. Everybody was out there streaming, going crazy. It was great for them, and I'm glad and happy to see that. let's see here. I don't know. I'm just see. I've been watching the weird. Judge has been shouting at the lawyers, saying how crap they are. Oh wow. Well, now you got me, Rally. I need to go start watching that. Yeah, lava cakes. That's the big one. If y'all, oh, that's why I should end this with talking about. So Domino's has these little chocolate cakes that, the lava cake deal. Like the inside is gooey. It's like I don't know, just melted chocolate on the inside, and it's like that good soft, like fresh baked cake on the outside. So Sully was like, "You guys have got to try this. Like, it's the best thing in the world." So I took her up on it. Walmart is the fanciest store in my city. So yeah, I love it. I got to put shoes on. The rabbit will not let me go in house shoes. I got yelled for that. So, yes, the lava cake is delicious. So Sully said you got to try it. Um, oh, that's where it is. That's where it goes. Sully says it is liquid chocolate on the inside, and that is true. And I've always been curious about their lava cake. Yeah, so yesterday, Rabbit didn't even know we had a Domino's pizza, and I was like, "Yeah, it's like a block or two from the house." So I coughed and choked at the same time. Anyway, so I stopped at Walmart. You guys got me messed up. I stopped at Domino's. Walk in. I said, "Yeah, I need those. Like, there's a molten cake." And they all looked at me like I was an idiot. Like, what's a molten cake? I'm like, like molten lava, right? Like, I've heard them called molten cakes before. I thought that was the name of them this time. Finally, some woman, I started to describe it. Like, I don't know. A friend of mine said I need to try one. This woman pipes up in the back and says, "Are you talking about a lava cake?" And I'm like, yeah, lava cake sounds right. Chocolate? And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I've never had one." She's like, "You've never had a lava cake?" And I said, No, I haven't. Not from Domino's. Before I could place the order to pay, she goes, "I need an order down for lava cakes." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Anyway, you get like 3 of them for $7, right? We come back here. We get them. I get some milk. Rabbit takes a bite. And the words that came out of her mouth I've never heard before in my life. I was like, "What?" I mean, she said stuff. I mean, it made me blush. I was like, "Holy cow." It truly was, uh, it was, I can't say. I mean, I just can't say, but it did. It was blush worthy. You would be embarrassed if you were around a parent or a grandparent or a small child and listened to how Rabbit was like every bite about this cake. I'm like, "Honey, calm down. It's just chocolate." And evidently, it did something to her. So, yeah, I think that is exactly what happened. And so, anyway, yeah, I ate mine. I'm embarrassed right now. So I had my glass of milk, and we were watching this show, The Old Man, with Jeff Bridges. Great show, by the way. Another great show. And I just kind of rolled over. And next thing I know, I woke up like an hour or something later. No idea what happened. And I was like, "Well, that's interesting." Like, she was making some very cobweb erasing noises. And I ate the thing, and I rolled over and went to sleep. So, I don't know, guys. I'm just saying, you might, if you see a Domino's, you might want to pull in there, walk in, and say, "Hey, I need an order of lava cakes." They bring them out to your car in like 5 minutes. Those things are approved goodness. Be sure to have yourself, though, some ice cold milk waiting for you back at the house. Anyway, with that said, guys, I don't know. I don't have anything else. She don't need me no more. She doesn't need me for a while. Uh, darn, those cakes are amazing. That is true. It gives a whole new meaning to the term cake or death. So, anyway, guys, listen, be good, be safe. If something happens, something breaks, I'll be back. You know that. Until then, guys, be safe. Love on each other. Come over, if members only, always join the Discord. I'll be floating around there at some point. I do need to go to the store. And other than that, guys, love y'all. Be good. And congratulations to Syed. Yeah, that's it. Love you guys. Godspeed.
I woke up to go get me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.